Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 7. So I'm filming at night. My day is already over. I've been to work. I did the whole coffee thing, got in the car. I tried to start off filming my day this morning and I just wasn't feeling it. I knew I had a long day ahead of me in front of the computer. You guys know I've alluded or stated outright that work's been really stressful recently. I'm just trying to have this crisis mode on one of my projects and I'm trying to solve it and power through, and I just decided fuck it, I wasn't filming today. But I didn't want to miss a day because I felt like I was actually doing good, at least in terms of consistency. So I went online, I looked up a holiday tag, and I thought we would do a little holiday Q&A. So hopefully your game. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm actually reading the questions off my phone. And feel free, if you're interested, I'm gonna leave the questions down below in the description box as well. Feel free to do the tag on your own channel or your Instagram stories, and tag me because I want to hear what your answers are too. So the first question is pretty easy, right? It's, what's your favorite Christmas movie? I have two answers. My most recent favorite Christmas movie, like my favorite Christmas movie of the moment, is Elf. I mean, yeah, I love it. Santa, I know him. Yeah, awesome. But my favorite Christmas movie for nostalgic reasons and from childhood is actually Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Are any of you guys familiar with this? I know I've made at least a couple of my friends watch it, and I will say it's hard to have it stand up later on in life. It's totally a Jim Henson kind of Muppet puppet, and it is really old. I did purchase the DVD. But if you haven't seen it, it's heartwarming. It's not your standard Home Alone or funny movie, but man, we used to watch it every year when I was little, so it's got my heartstrings. Question number 2 is, have you ever had a white Christmas? And I think some of my responses you could probably end with #old, because there are just some things I don't really remember. I think I have. If I did, it didn't really stick. You know, for folks unfamiliar with Texas, it does actually snow in West Texas. It's incredibly rare, but it does. And I feel like maybe one year we did, but I don't remember if that was on Christmas or just during the winter time. Question number 3 is, where do you usually spend your holiday? And so I usually spend my Christmas holidays at home with family in Texas. Okay, number 4, what is your favorite Christmas song? I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas songs. Like, don't get me wrong, I like some newer songs as well. But my favorite Christmas song is Greensleeves, also known as What Child Is This? Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Nope, not the right one either. Okay, here we go. No, not gonna do that.
What child is this who laid to rest?
Anyway, that's my favorite Christmas song. On to the next question on the list. So it is, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? And my response is hell yes. In fact, my family only ever opened Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. To this day, I'm 42 years old and I have never had a Christmas that I can remember, maybe when I was a baby, but I've never had a Christmas where I opened presents on Christmas Day. Kind of weird, right? Like, maybe one day that will happen, but we just always did it on Christmas Eve, so that's my tradition. Okay, question number 6. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer? I think so. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, and Rudolph. Is that all of them? I don't know. That's all I got. All right. Question number 7. What holiday traditions are you most looking forward to this year? This one's a little bit challenging for me because this is the second year in a row that my Christmas is just different. It's, you know, as you get older, people die and traditions change. You know, my mom died right before Thanksgiving last year, and so we pretty much didn't celebrate Christmas. I don't know, my grandfather and my brother were like, no decorations, no gifts, no nothing. I mean, we all went out to dinner, which was nice, and you know, the bottom line is Christmas is spending time with family, so I guess that's the tradition I'm most looking forward to. That being said, I'm bound and determined that we're gonna get like bloody festive this year, at least as much as I can convince them to get festive. The festive people in the family were the women, and I am the woman in the family now, so there you go. Number 8, is your Christmas tree real or fake? What do you think? Fake. When I was little, we had like a real tree maybe once or twice. It smelled really good, hard to keep alive, but yeah, we just almost always had a fake one. All right, question number 9. What's your all-time favorite holiday food or sweet treat? So my favorite holiday sweet treat was this thing that my brother and I called turds. My mom and grandmother used to make them, and they're really these like chocolate peanut butter cookie logs. Like, I don't know, I have the recipe somewhere because my mom gave it to me, but it's like peanut butter and confectioner sugar, all this stuff like rolled together, and like something crunchy in there, like I don't know, it's all rolled together and they formed these little logs, and then you dip the logs in chocolate and then they harden, and so it's just like chocolate peanut butter cookie. They're really, really, really good. Oh, they might have coconut in them too, but literally, like, you know, they look like turds. Like, that's what they look like. Like, yeah, we don't need to elaborate. That's what they look like. So says question 10, be honest, do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts better? And I think this one's really hard. I honestly would say that I'm split. I love, love, love giving gifts and trying to find the right thing for people. Like there have been plenty of times where I haven't put the amount of time into it that I've needed to, or I've just gotten frustrated and given up. But I do enjoy giving. But you know what? It's also freaking fun to receive. I like opening presents, and I like, even if like it may not be something that I love, I like knowing that hopefully someone took the time to think of me, and it's just fun. It's exciting. Like, ooh, what's in the box? All right, number 11 is, what is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? The thing that I always remember most is, I don't know how old I was. I was in, I think, elementary school, or no, maybe junior high. Must have probably junior high. And junior high in Texas, like at the time, these leather notebooks were really trendy, and they're not, I don't know, they weren't like classy or anything. Like these are like the local boot shop would make them, ML Letty's, for any of you in San Angelo, Texas. And they were like a trapper keeper kind of notebook, but they zipped. They were massive. Let's see, they're like that big. Let's see, that big, like 8.5 by 11 or more, and like like that thick, and it zipped all the way around, and they had these, and it was all leather, and it was like a 3 rings on the inside, and it had like this like embossed kind of engraved designs on the front and back, and then your name was like also stamped into the leather. So I had this, I got, you know, I wasn't expecting it. It was such a surprise, and it was one of those things that like quote unquote everybody has. Honestly, I don't remember. I mean, clearly I wanted one. I don't remember asking for it. Maybe I did. But I remember opening it and just being so surprised that I'd received one. And in recent years, oh, probably the last 2 or 3, like there have been times where I've actually looked among all the stuff that my mom had kept, and for some reason that notebook is gone, and it seriously bums me out because it's definitely one of those things where clearly it was a thing of the time and it was really popular like at the time, but like as an adult, like that thing was really nice, and I know my mom had to pay like a pretty penny for it because it was leather. So it'd just be nice to have and to like reuse in a funny, ironic way. Anyway, on to the next question. All right, question 12. What would be your dream place to visit for the holiday season? Mine's New York City. I've just always wanted to see it during the holidays. I remember like being little and always watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on TV. And it just always looked so magical and fun. And I came really close to scheduling a trip, a weekend trip there this year, but it just seemed really crazy to try to fit it in. And so sometime in the next few years, I definitely want to go. It's close by. It's not really that big of a deal for me to get to. It's just something I've never done, and I think it'd be really fun. Okay, question 13. Are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? I'm totally a pro. One of my jobs that I had while going to college was at a local department store, and during the holidays, I on some days was stationed in the gift wrap section, and they actually make you watch a training video and you get trained in how to actually wrap gifts. So it's just one of those skills that stuck. Like once I learned how to wrap a gift and make it look pretty, I can. Now one thing I can't do is tie a bow. Like I can definitely stick bows on and stick decorations on, but I'm not good at tying an actual bow. But the paper, like, I'm awesome. All right. Most memorable holiday moment. Okay, well, I'm trying not to make this super depressing, but if I'm being honest, like both my most memorable moments are probably in the past few years. Again, that could also just be because I'm old and that's what sticks. But I think the one that I first thought of was the first year my grandmother was in the nursing home. And so, you know, I cooked Christmas dinner like all by myself, and while everybody was at the nursing home, and so I was going to cook it, and then we took it up there and we brought the gifts up there, and we basically did everything in the nursing home with my grandmother, and it was really sweet, but it was also incredibly different. Like for the first time, that cooking responsibility was mine, and I'm not someone who grew up cooking. It's not like I always helped out cooking or anything like that. Like there was like a summer where there was like a teach Serena to cook because when she gets old she needs life skills, but cooking was just something I had to kind of really pick up for myself once I finally moved out of the house after college. Yeah, that was old. So yeah, it was just that was really memorable. It was memorable in that I felt a lot of responsibility. And I also remember, I'm not good at juggling lots of things. It takes me time, so it was taking a long time as well. And I remember my brother came to check on me at the house, and my brother and my grandfather love ham. And, you know, I like ham, but I don't like fat. So I was literally carving like all the fat off, and my brother got so upset saying that Serena was ruining the ham. She's like cutting all the fat off. Anyway, it was funny. It was memorable, and it was also sweet because we still made it work. Okay, and the final question, I'm only going to 15, and that is, when did you realize the truth about Santa? I don't remember the exact year. I know that I was pretty young. I was always a classic present snooper. Now don't ask me like the rationale I had for knowing that presents were hidden in my house and yet Santa existed. Maybe I never really believed. I don't know. I don't remember. All I know is I always loved to look for presents and try to find them. I also liked to try to open up the presents to see what was inside even after they were wrapped. I liked to try to unwrap them and then wrap. I had problems. Anyway, I was a present snooper, and so one day while I was looking for hidden presents, I discovered the letters to Santa in my mom's dresser drawer. And that's when I knew. So clearly I was old enough to read a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I was old. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't read. Maybe I recognized the handwriting. I don't remember the details of these things. All I know is I was young and I found letters while I was snooping. Like I can visualize it in my head. Anyway, that's it. 15 questions. the holiday tag. I'll put the questions down below. I'd love for you to do it on whatever your social media platform is and tag me. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe below. Hopefully tomorrow, well, tomorrow is Friday, so I'm excited. And so I will go back to filming my day, maybe. Otherwise, regardless, you'll see me at Vlogmas Day 8. Merry Christmas.